On this occasion, we are pleased to host Dr. Mohammad AlSharhan, the chairman of Patients Helping Fund Society, to shed the light on efforts exerted by the state of Kuwait in the humanitarian field. Good evening, sir. Doctor, thank you so much for taking the time to shed the light on the humanitarian field regarding the state of Kuwait and the other countries.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting.
Pleasure to have you. As we all know that the world is marking the global humanitarian work regarding the helping people in need, and always the state of Kuwait at the lead. They are the pioneers in this field. From your own perspective, tell us about the contribution that the state of Kuwait is delivering to the people worldwide where they are in need.
Yes, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Alhamdulillah, Kuwait has long been recognized as a leader in humanitarian efforts. Rarely there has been a crisis where Kuwait has not contributed in. Lately, Kuwait has extended very big support to crises in countries like Syria, Yemen and Palestine lately. And in the past decade or so, Kuwait has spent billions of dollars for those in need in different countries hit by either natural disasters or conflicts or poverty or otherwise other emergencies.
On the global level, how did the international community help alleviate the suffering of the needy people around the world?
A lot has been done by the international community, either led by the United Nations organizations or other international organizations, or countries being doing their own support program to the needy countries. The United Nations organizations being the main player in this regard, because they receive a lot of grants from countries all over the world. So they perform mega projects for needy countries. These organizations like WHO, UNHCR, IOM, and UNRWA in case of Palestine. So they do a lot of work there. Billions of dollars has been spent yearly to relieve the crises all over the world.
Dr. AlSharhan, as the chairman of Patient Helping Fund Society, could you take us be more specific about regarding the society and providing aids to the needy people locally and international?
Yeah, the Patients Helping Fund work both locally and internationally. Locally, we provide medical aid to those people who cannot afford the cost of their medications, either buying medicine for them or paying for the cost of the investigations or the surgical operations or so. This is our main job that we do. It takes maybe 80% of our budget. And in the last year, 2023, the cost of the assistance that we gave to people reached more than 12 million dinars, both from our own budget and the budget of the supporters, namely the pharma companies.
That's for the year 2022 and 2023?
That's for the year 2023. We participated in that, and the pharma companies, using their community responsibility programs, also supported a big deal with that.
Recently, you just came back from Sudan, and you have like the first-hand look at the situation over there and the devastation over there. What exactly you have done, and what about the specifics that you have done over there?
My recent visit was deeply moving, and I realized the magnitude of the crisis there. Millions of people have been forced to flee and leave their homes to the unknown sometimes. They leave their homes whenever they hear that the rapid support forces are approaching, and because they are very tough to people, they've done very many bad things, killing and looting and raping. So whenever people hear about them, they just flee and leave their homes to the places of safety. I visited places like Qadarif. Qadarif was the front line, receiving all those coming from other states. People were coming only with their simple belongings and seeking shelter. So whatever vacant building, the government put them in this building until they can provide tents for them to stay in the camps. Tents were not there for many people, and we visited a reception area where there were 15,000 people waiting for the tents so that they can move them out to the camp. People living in the tent are like kings for those without a tent. In this harsh weather of rain and hot sun, it's hard to even describe it. With the recent now cholera epidemic that has claimed so far dozens of lives, affecting hundreds of people. So immediate medical care has to be extended there to prevent that illness from spreading. A lot still has to be done. The need is overwhelming, and much has to be still done there. We have made temporary clinics. We have bought with other organizations tents to be distributed to the people, and we have provided clean water to help respond to this epidemic and prevent it from distribution.
Dr. AlSharhan, I know that your work is not done and you still are working diligently, and I believe that you are exhausted from the trip. I don't want to take more of your time, but any final thoughts before we end this wonderful interview?
Thank you very much. It was hard to be there, in fact. Also it was good to be there, good to know, good to do something while we are there, but it was hard that we cannot alleviate all the burden. The burden is just too much. 11 million people has been displaced from their homes to live under the sun. It was hard. Much has to be done. We all have to contribute to help these people.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Ahmed.